reviewed GoldenEye. So the next review is another pretty good one in my opinion. Octopussy. Hello James Bond fans and stalkers on YouTube. I have the review of Octopussy. Watch at your own risk. This video contains spoilers. Well, it might do. Whether you're a James Bond fan or not, and you've seen at least a couple of the films, I'm sure a lot of you would say that they're not begging for an Oscar. I think that the best James Bond films are the ones that are fun to watch and don't focus too heavily on the story, because we want to see a cool spy with awesome cars, and we want to see evil villains and big explosions. Of course, sometimes the less on plot idea is taken a bit too far. I'm so happy that my next review is Octopussy, as it is one of my favourites, and Roger Moore, now appearing as 007 for the 6th time, never got any better than this. Now, that isn't a bad thing, it's just Moore's period was probably my least favourite, as the action was kind of sidelined for corny one-liners and sometimes really low-brow humour. But Octopussy is the film where it nailed everything perfectly and somehow dresses James Bond in a clown suit without many people complaining about it. Enough rambling, let's review this thing.
The plot!
Now, this plot is slightly confusing, so I will try to make it as simplistic as possible since the film is just all over the place. In a good way, of course. A rather expensive egg is found in the hands of recently killed 009, and James Bond is assigned to investigate the murder. The British agent soon realises that it links with a dastardly plot to initiate World War III. So in order to stop Kamal Khan's plan to blow a nuclear weapon in America, Bond goes to the circus. Yeah, that plot sounds a bit ridiculous on paper, doesn't it? But don't fret, this film is an absolute treat, and like I said, it is Roger Moore's best. Sure, it's bonkers in places, but with a slightly extended amount of screen time for Q, yay! And a dazzling performance from Maud Adams as Octopussy, there's not too much wrong in this film. Give the plot a 9.
The James Bond actor.
Roger Moore was getting rather old, but not too old for it to be cringy. He is still charming as ever, and has some fantastic puns. It certainly pays to advertise. I wouldn't say he was the best part of this film, but you can really tell that he is relishing his time on location. And for his best performance as Bond, I give him a 10.
Bond villains.
Now, the Bond villains are very memorable.
Oh my god! That thug has a yo-yo! Oh my god, whoever you are, I do not care if it is out of place for a James Bond film. That's the most creative thing in film history!
Zeldar, get out! I give the Bond villains a 10.
Title sequence song.
Oh dear Octopussy, this song is so good. All Time High by Rita Coolidge is an absolute gem, and it's easily one of my favourite Bond songs. The only problem is the actual titles suck. I mean, they're not terrible, it's just the Roger Moore era just had terrible title sequences that just involved panning and tracking shots of scantily clad women and the odd surreal effects thrown in. There's just no care or style, and they're so unrelated to the film, and like tremendous titles like Casino Royale. It's such a shame that such a brilliant song is just, well, ruined slightly. And I have to close my eyes when the titles play in order to A, appreciate the song, and B, not fall asleep. I give the title sequence an 8.
The action scenes.
Like my previous review, GoldenEye, this is where Octopussy excels. You get cars, planes, explosions, bombs, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! In all seriousness, the action scenes are very entertaining, and the yo-yo fight scene is...
Go on, say it!
the best scene in movie-making history. I shall give it a well-earned 10. And that's it. Octopussy is a weird case. It is definitely a Marmite James Bond film. Some hate it and some love it, and I'm pretty sure that you know which bracket I fall under. It's just so much fun, okay? Don't judge me. It's not like I love the world is not enough. Whoops, that would be lying. Due to its non-stop fun and, well, the 5 ratings that I just gave the film, the overall score for Octopussy is a 9.4. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the review. Now to determine what the next review is going to be. Converted to the Fez. Let's pick one. Oh, I've got one. What one is it? Oh, back to Pierce Brosnan. Tomorrow Never Dies. Oh yeah, back to Brosnan. Yeah.